Welcome back to the channel. It should be a quick video today, this time showing you how to enable Google Fonts on your block-based theme, specifically in the 2024 theme today. So if you want to customize your heading, your text, you're customizing your templates in the site editor and you want to have different Google fonts, how do we do that? How do we do that as close to WordPress core as possible? I'm going to show you today. First, we're just on this page right now. I have a H2 block here and it just says, where are my fonts? If you've been looking for like, how do I change fonts? where does that exist? And you've scratched your head like I have, and you're clicking around and you're trying to find it. You're looking on the right-hand side. You say, well, I see my typography settings. I have different sizes that I can pick. I have a different appearance that I can change the weight of the font, but certainly not the font family. Don't forget about the very important three little dots. In this case, it's the typography options, and you can enable these, which are hidden by default. So you can check off font family, line height, letter spacing, text decoration, text orientation. You can enable all that stuff. And now you see, oh boy, we have a lot more options to play with on the right-hand side now, specifically that font family. And 2024 ships with just a handful of fonts that you can change from. And what we want to do today is enable the experience so that we can get Google Fonts into the mix. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and how we're going to do this is add a new plugin. Remember, I said we're going to stay as close to core as possible, and we're going to install the Gutenberg plugin. Now, you may have a love-hate relationship or a slightly more hate relationship with Gutenberg. I will tell you that a lot of the advancements that come out of Gutenberg is what makes its way into the WordPress core experience. So when you're activating Gutenberg, it is a standalone plugin, has a lot more features in it, and that's sort of the air quotes testing ground of where things are happening for future versions of WordPress. In fact, what I'm showing you today already will exist if you're running WordPress 6.5 in the distant future, okay? So let's go to Appearance, Editor, and then the Style Settings. And we're just going to edit the styles here just so I can show you the example. And we'll go into typography. Now, inside of the typography, we have the ability to add these Google fonts. With Gutenberg plugin activated, installed and activated, that's all you have to do. There's no other settings to go about. We come into our stylebook and then we can add these fonts. We can click on the Manage Fonts icon and we can upload fonts. So if you have a local font file that you want to upload, you can do that. Or you can go on Install Fonts. You'll grant it access to Google Fonts, so allow access to Google Fonts. And now we have our whole list of Google fonts that we can search from so that we can start installing the different variants of a particular font type that you're looking for. So let's say we want Open Sans. We'll click on that and we'll go through and check off all the different variants that we want for Open Sans. Click Install. Give that a second there. It says your fonts were installed successfully. Go back to our library. That way we can see it there. And you can see Cardo and Inter were those fonts that we had by default when we looked at it in the page editor. And now we have Open Sans and the 12 different variants that we can choose from when we're designing our site. And then if we go into the different elements like headings, we can select Open Sans and change the headings across our entire site. That didn't come out too well right there, but we can switch to Open Sans across the entire site and make those changes right throughout the site. So very easy. Install the Gutenberg plugin. This feature was actually supposed to ship in WordPress 6.4. It didn't. It's still slated to ship in WordPress 6.5. I'm making this video December 5th. Maybe it's coming out December 6th, 2023. If you're watching this in the future and it's already past WordPress 6.4, chances are it's already in the core of WordPress experience. Thanks for watching today's video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more. If you want that 5 minutes of weekly WordPress, you go to thewpminute.com/subscribe. Join that mailing list. Send out that 5 minutes of great WordPress headlines every single week. See you in the next video.